Hi everybody, it's Bart from Bart's Workshop, and today we're going to do an unboxing video for the Badger Patriot 105 airbrush. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so this airbrush is a dual action airbrush, which means when you pull the trigger, or when you squeeze the trigger, it'll actually push out the air, and then when you pull it back, the paint will come out, so it gives you a little bit more versatility of what you want to do with the airbrush. It's technically gravity feed, which means the paint is on top, and besides that it's got a 0.3mm nozzle, 6.5 degree linear airflow angle, and uses about 10 to 15 psi to propel the paint, and that's pretty much it. Nothing really too special about the information here in the back. So let's crack open the box. So, here's the box. Don't need that. Gotta have some fun once in a while, right? The instructions. So, basic instruction guide. Lots of tiny little words there, which I don't feel like reading. On the back here, it shows how to all the different parts in the airbrush in case you need to reorder them from Badger. Just the regular basic stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is the Patriot 105 airbrush from Badger. Okay. So let's look at all the accessories first. So we got our little air hose here. So you got two different ends here. So you got your 1/4 inch end on here, which is the one that goes to the airbrush, and you got your 3/8 connector here, which is for your compressor. Okay. So that's why you have two different sizes. So again, the smaller one for your airbrush, and the 3/8 is for your compressor. This hose is not too bad. I thought this hose was going to be a little more tougher, but it's actually pretty flexible, I'd say. I think over time of use, whatnot, I'll probably get more worn out and kind of not as hard, but this is actually not a bad air hose. Okay, so let's put that on the side here. What else do we have here? So that's what it looks like. So what do we got here? We have a little paint, I don't know what you call these, little suction tube for paint, so you can actually put paint inside your airbrush. Okay, let's put that back into here, and then we have the actual airbrush. Okay, now before I get into the actual airbrush, there's a little cap. Now this cap is technically to cover the paint that's inside the airbrush, or inside your little cup here. So basically fill it up with paint if you're doing a lot of painting, put that in there, and now when you're doing the actual airbrushing, then your paint's not going to spill. Okay, most of the time you're only going to put maybe a few drops or whatnot in there, so you won't need it, but sometimes it's better just to put the cap on it, and then you don't have to worry about it spilling. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the box. We're just going to put that on the side. Okay, so as far as this airbrush, there is a little cap here, which is to protect the needle. So you have to be very, very careful with the needle because you don't want to damage that. Okay, so there is a cap for it. Let's replace that. So this is a dual action airbrush, which means when you hold the trigger, okay, when you push it down, this will release the air. When you pull it back, okay, just like that, this means that the paint will be released at that time. So again, you push it down for air, and then as you pull it back, more and more paint comes out. Okay, so that's dual action. That's pushing down is one, and then when you pull back is two. Now notice when I pull back here, my needle, you can see here, but back here, my needle is actually moving back and forth, right? So there it is. And then the other part is technically where your hose connects. So technically you just go like this, screw your hose on. And that's how it connects to your actual airbrush. Okay. Now one thing I don't have is an airbrush stand, so I have to pick one of those up or make one depending on what I choose to do. But it would be nice to have a little stand, so when you're finished painting, put it on the stand and you can do whatever you want to do with your miniatures or whatever you're actually airbrushing. But technically right now I don't have one, so I'll have to get one. But yeah, I mean, besides that, there's not much to it. I don't want to get into the parts of taking this apart until I know more about it, because I am a total beginner. I've never airbrushed before, But as soon as I start playing with it, I'll maybe make some how-to videos on doing certain things or how to work this airbrush, and we'll go from there. So that's it. Thank you for watching. This is the unboxing video for the Badger Patriot 105 airbrush. And that's it. We'll see you guys on the next video.